When you eat it, with the toy.
Yes, okay, now we're good.
Alright.
Will you follow me when the sky starts to change? Yeah, we won't be afraid. We'll never be the same again.
With anime in our souls and thoughts of wrestling out of control, we are a group of weebs who love the entertainment of professional wrestling. So allow us to be the voices inside of your head for a third year in a row as we go through the wrestling events of the evening, give our thoughts and predictions on what's to come, and provide an experience inclusive to all you nerds out there. So grab your steel chair, yell for the table, get put through an experience unlike any other. Brought to you, of course, by Anime Weeb Studio. This is the Weebs of the Ring podcast. Happy Monday and Happy New Year to everyone out there. And that's right, your Weebs of the Ring are back for season 3 of the podcast. Can't believe we're already entering a third year of doing this podcast. And let me tell you, everybody, the growth, the support has been wonderful. So always appreciative of everyone tuning in, giving us a listen, giving us a follow on all those social medias, and especially here on YouTube. Love the reaction too we're getting for like the short form content. That's been really great and all that. But cheap plugs aside and cheap thanks, congratulations to everybody involved. Monday Night Raw, though, a bit of a different story, but we'll tackle that here in just a moment, folks. If you're new around these parts, love to see you, love to hear from you, love to chat with you. Be sure to let us know in the chat how your day is going. How'd you think of Raw? We're already seeing the chat right now, comparing this to a pie without the filling, and gotta agree with you there, Antidote. Kind of gotta agree with you. Only, well, again, we'll get into it later. But of course, you new people around these parts, who are we exactly besides calling us the Weebs of the Ring? Well, I, of course, am one of your co-hosts, your reigning, defending, undisputed, universal heavyweight champion of the world, Watkins. I am here. I'm going to be your guide through all the bullshit that was Monday Night Raw. And that's not just a Stranger Things reference for the Stranger Things collab that we got tonight. Oh boy, what a collab that was. Nah, there was some bull honky that happened on this show, but again, we'll dive into that. Normally we have a genius of the mat to join us tonight, but he's off recharging, just meditating in the mountains, having a better time than we're about to have here tonight to talk about this show. But of course, I'm joined here by our visionary, by our revolutionary, by our number one Goldberg stand of all time.
We're not continuing that this year. We're not continuing that this fucking year. We're gonna get that shit out of the window. We're gonna throw that shit out that damn fucking window. Like fucking AJ Styles does, I will throw this mic to your face and be like, nah.
The day WWE decides to take a chance and take a risk on something will be the day I stop.
Why do I gotta suffer though? Why do I gotta suffer is the question. Why me?
You signed the contract. You signed the contract in blood.
Oh,
you
you're
signed
right.
The blood contract.
I signed the contract during commercial break, so that's why I didn't get to remember it, because I just got like a Men in Black. Just boom, I forgot because it happened during commercial break. Because Javon Evans just signed the contract that the worldwide audience could find out, but the U.S. audience just got fucking like, hey, if you want to find out what happened, go online on Twitter. That's how you'll find out what happened. Yeah. Or be at the stadium at the Barclays at the sold out event.
Yeah, sold out. Okay, yeah, sure, fine, whatever. That crowd was asleep.
What's up, Chad? It's your boy, the legendary Humanitarian Fool, legendary Vash, and the House of Tempest, your legendary Tranquilito, and the will of Latino Heat, because I'm not giving the reference to the boyfriend of Dominic Mysterio of Liv Morgan. No, I'm giving the reference to Eddie Guerrero from the original LWO, when it was actually the greatness of the LWO back in the day, not the cheap version of switching out the Luchadors members in almost every 6 months type of rotation, because that is a different story of a way different LWO. But it's your boy, the Latino Heat, the visionary. We thought that many more things could be coming out in this premiere, the season premiere, like Adam Pearce said. We are in the 1 year anniversary of Monday Night Raw, and guess what? It was the same fucking show of last year of Monday Night Raw, a premiere of Netflix. It was just literally a fucking entertainment show, which is understandable. They are sports entertainment. They are not trying to do the sports wrestling, but this was more fucking ads like No Tomorrow. This was fucking ads heaven fucking us out, and it just got exhausting as your positive entertainment here that always is on the positive side. For you to actually be watching a show like this and actually not saying be entertained, but like you literally got bought by Netflix to literally show your show. Why the fuck are you still doing so much ads during your fights? Even when you have a wrestler come out and then you have a ad going to commercial break, literally right there in the middle when the wrestler's coming out. Like your transitions are just horrible nowadays. It's like you could have done so much better. Transition to something else or transition to kind of market next week, the holiday or sorry, the Europe Royal Rumble tour or something. But instead, you're just following up with a segment that happened with AJ Styles and Gunther that just happened an hour ago. Like, was that really necessary? Very disappointing aspect. But hey, like Watkins said, we're in 2026. We are in the new year, season 3. Say greetings to our trio. Dropped this box. He's on vacation and he deserves it. He does a lot of content in his personal solo content channel, and then he does a lot of content with the Weebs of the Ring. But then we're also about to relaunch Shonen Ronin this month's chat. So if you are here first time, what is Weebs of the Ring? We are your wrestler commentary about the world of pro wrestling. We're here for discussion. We're here for the Raw and SmackDown for WWE. And if you guys want more content, without further ado, continue hitting that subscribe button. Continue hitting that like button as well, and continue maybe commenting. Let us know what you guys think of the show as well. We love the lurkers. We love you giving the views and everything like you guys do with the short form content. It shows in the appreciation on the TikTok and IG. So thank you nonetheless. All that support appreciates. But we love also to hear your opinions and your feedback, because we love to make more of our production type of videos that we do for our short form, where you see Watkins does his little 3-minute breakdown for AEW, where he does his 3-minute breakdowns for Raw or SmackDown, or like myself that hit the Trick Williams and we hit the Matt Cardona from Drop This Box. So we've been hitting a lot of cool and different production other than our usual live stream. So hopefully you guys been enjoying that. But without further ado, if you guys want more sidecast, AEW coverage, grappling of the week to continue going on, nothing will be heard or seen without your guys being the voice, because we care more about our fans. And just like WWE, they want to promote this Stranger Things collab, but not actually have a fucking like know what the fuck. Like, who the fuck has Who He Remains? This a Marvel? The fuck?
So yeah, let's get into this collab real quick, because WWE and Netflix were hyping this thing up like, oh, WWE's gonna get stranger things are happening on WWE. The strangest thing that happened was, I guess the pacing of the show. I guess, some of the transitions, those were pretty strange. A few of them, like, the Usos leaving and then immediately having, what's her face, Jackie Redmond in the ring, ready for Stephanie Vaquer to hobble out, which we'll mention that later on. But yeah, this was not a collab at all. And even chat right here is just like, this didn't get them to even watch the show if you've never watched it. It's just like it literally it reminds me of there was a promotion they did back in 2020 or 2021. It was during the Thunderdome era. There was a match between The Miz and Damian Priest. It was like a no DQ match, or it was something, but it was a promoted match. The promotion that they were pushing was Batista's new movie. It was like a zombie movie, and they had zombies in it. That did more promotion for that movie than this show for Monday Night Raw did for Stranger Things. The set looked cool.
The set was amazing. Like the black vines, the black webs, those were really cool. But to me, the design, like one of the people I saw in one of the servers, they said that Becky Lynch should have come out as Max, like dressed up like as her design as Max, since you have the like the similar red hair type of style. It was easy for her. Maybe you could have had one of the characters from one of the superstars dress up as Steve Harrington, from Steve Ahoy or something like that. Have R-Truth do a comedy segment in that regards. Maybe have one of the kids, one of the superstars dress up as probably Vecna, like something like that, where it's actually involved with the Stranger Things collab. But just having the whole set design, like as someone who works in production, the set design is cool, but that's all just for the aesthetic. Like, where's the actual collab? You literally had Michael Cole and Corey Graves come out of the radio station car, and all they did was you had Steve Herring. Well, my apologies. Yeah, Corey Graves just dressed up as a Hellfire Club shirt and has an 80s type of look, but that's it.
And I'm glad Chat said this too, because I thought about this while the show was going on as well. You have the perfect thing. You have the perfect star,
Yes.
the perfect
He
gimmick
could have done us Vecna.
to really really collab with this. You have Finn Balor, and I know he hasn't done the demon persona since he lost to Edge at Mania. I know, I get it, I understand it. He's alluded to it. Hell, he even has a damn puppet that they were selling. He had a little video on his Twitter and all that about it.
Yeah,
but it's like you have something built into your superstar, your own product that you're not even going to use as part of the promotion.
Yo, I got a better one for you.
You could have
the Boogeyman,
a special well, yeah, you could have used the Boogeyman too, but you even have you could have done this just for one night only, since they're technically on SmackDown. The Wyatts.
Yes.
They're a thing. Aren't they spooky? Aren't they creepy? Oh, wait. No, we can't have spooky. We can't be entertaining. Like you mentioned earlier, oh, this was an entertainment show. I was not entertained at all. Like barely. There were some things. There was maybe 1.5 promo segments that were good. The main event, match quality wise, was good. I don't agree with the outcome. Yeah, but yeah, we'll talk about that more. But with this collab though, I don't understand. They didn't even have a star from the show. I even saw some people being you couldn't even get any of the lesser known side characters. You couldn't even get Mr. Wheeler of all people to show up.
It's so crazy.
The Stranger Things Raw.
It's crazy that they promoted having Joe DJO, I believe that's his band name, aka Steve Harrington, the actor, come down there tonight. They also had Robin, the actor, show up in the premiere of Raw, but not actually be involved in the show, not even have what they usually do, have a crowd segment where hey, these are the people here on Raw and Netflix. These are the people that work for Netflix.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a segment for that. I'm so where's the hype? Was this all just something just to hype? If you was going to have this segment of Raw, honestly, you should have either have it on the Monday the 29th, the 2 days before the season finale of 5 would have come out on the 31st. You should have it on Monday the 29th of December 2025. Because I feel like that could have lead up into the finale, right? That works perfectly. But not that the show's been released in the 5th and you don't have any of the stars. You don't even have Joyce, the actress. You don't even have Hopper. You don't have anything involving that, just for the hype. I feel like they did much better with actors and actresses last year on the season premiere of Raw. For this one, it was just again, cool set design, but that's all you can do.
They had one actress in the crowd that they showed with a title belt that I can almost guarantee they gave to her as a prop.
Yeah,
because I'm sure that thing costs a pretty penny as well. But I mean, even if she is a fan, though, I'm glad she was able to afford it. Because I mean, the title does look sick that she had, but literally all tonight was just a reason for them to sell more merch. Because I saw something earlier today about oh, here's your special T-shirts, and it's just is that why we're doing this? Just so you guys can make more money off of all of this? And I just don't understand why people can't see through the bullshit. Even leading up to this, there was some really just almost, it reminded me a lot of how a high school would promote a special spirit night or something for a basketball game where they're oh, it's a Stranger Things basketball game. Come dress up as your favorite character. Literally, the WWE had a tweet saying, come dressed up as your favorite character,
and not many people
from
did.
Stranger Things. I didn't see anything. They didn't even highlight anybody.
They try to show crowd during the commercials, guys. For anybody that's not using VPN, because we do have it without sponsors but we're just saying that hey, use your VPN if you got one. And they showed during the commercial break, they had the announcer there. They say, show me those signs, show me those Stranger Things, show me your 80s fit. and there's a few people that was getting shown, and they were
Yeah.
like, I don't got an 80s fit. Like, there's one girl that was like, I don't know, do I just smile, do I just look here, yay? And Alicia Taylor was like, hey, nice sign. That's not 80s, but nice. Like, Alicia Taylor was trying to do her job. She was expecting, I feel like she was expecting they was gonna show some collab or some design. There was only one poster that actually had Vecna versus Punk. That was the only one that was actually like, that was actually Stranger Things
Ooh.
theme. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
But I was very disappointed in the Barclay. The crowd also found it kind of dry. So it was very interesting collab that WWE did. But what I'm more curious now, like, was this a Netflix thing that kind of forced them upon this as a contract deal? Or was this like a choice that WWE, like, hey, you could collab with Stranger Things, one of the biggest TV shows on the box office, one of the biggest TV shows worldwide that's been seen by everyone. So maybe you collab with this, it will hit other people. Yes, we know Rhea Ripley, Zelina Vega, and Dakota Kai are big fans of Stranger Things, but they didn't even do anything with their outfits. Like with Rhea Ripley being out here tonight, I didn't see a red theme with her or something with her outfit. No, nothing. It was just very disappointing. And when you expect a collab, you want something that you're hyped to see. You have your favorite, pro wrestlers out there, but then you have one of your favorite TV shows that's worldwide, and you don't have actually something for the fan other than a T-shirt. It's just like, okay, you're just trying to cash grab.
Well, that's one thing about a collab is whenever you're collabing with something or someone, there should be some sort of mutual, like some sort of like cross in between, somewhere where it's just like, okay, here's where fans come between that. See, this is why Weebs of the Ring. I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad this show is like our season 3 premiere, because when Weebs of the Ring was becoming a concept, it was literally the idea of, okay, I know a lot of people that like wrestling. I know a lot of people that like anime. I know a lot of people that like wrestling and anime that are like in those same groups. They intertwine a little bit. Holy crap, let's make a thing about it. And, a few years later, look at us now doing this. Like, that's a collab right there. And you see that plenty of times with people like creating things or, maybe making memes. Like, you see that a lot because when a good collab happens, it makes sense. That's the enjoyment. That's the entertainment of it. And I'm glad chat pointed that out too. It's just like WWE thought that there was such a big crossover with Stranger Things. They thought all those Stranger Things fans were gonna come over with WWE. Well, I mean, if you saw how divisive the series finale was, yeah, you were lucky you got what you got. I think. Oh man, that might actually have like an issue with it too. Oof. Thank you, Duffer Brothers, for everything you've done. I'm being a little bit more negative
Also,
on it, but it's just like,
we should say, hey, if you
yeah.
are Stranger Things fans, if you guys want to see our season 5 coverage, go check that out.
Yeah.
We did it season 1 through 4 on the Weebs Lounge podcast, episode 201 or in 199. And then we did a season 5 of volume 1 and volume 2 and 3 on the Anime Studio Vote channel. So if you guys want to check that, quick plug to the actual Stranger Things coverage. That was actual good coverage when it comes to the breakdown of the series and breakdown of the season 5, volume 1, 2, and 3. So if you guys enjoyed that, when it comes to Stranger Things, the actual good product and good collab of itself. But when it comes to the collab of WWE, we hope better, honestly, because we know eventually it's going to happen again with other collabs in the future, in the next coming months or the next coming years, because we know this won't be the only time they do something like this, unless it fails and they'll be like, hey, we never can do this again. Then that's a different story. But until then, it was something interesting that they have done so far. I expect something better, but only time will tell. Other than that, I got nothing else to say much about this collab. How about you?
I mean, the one comment you made earlier about like, was this a Netflix kind of thing and all that? I mean, I echo my sentiments from that I made a lot last year. I do feel like as much as people want to say, oh, TKO was the problem, oh, TKO has been ruining WWE, where I could see like they have made a mark on WWE, kind of, did ruin it a little bit. Netflix didn't help at all. Like, there was a tone shift as soon as that first episode hit a year ago. And I remember just feeling like this feels different Like, and I praised that show too. Like, I actually kind of liked the premiere last year. Like, yeah, was it a safe show? Yeah. Did The Rock kind of ruin it for everyone? Yes. But I mean, I thought last year's show was a definitely a better show than this year's. Like this one was just not good. And and the thing I got the most, everybody just felt off tonight. Like a lot of the stuff in like the main event, for example, there was a few botches in there and just a few like awkward positions for everybody. Same thing with like the Liv and Lyra match and Becky and Maxxine and all that. The tag match at the beginning, like it started off hot. 60 seconds in, you get to an ad, and it's just like, oh, okay, well, here we go. Here we go with our wrestling program, or sorry, wrestling program, or even sports entertainment program. Yeah. Heavy asterisks on that because, again, I was not entertained tonight. So
It gets very
yeah,
disappointing
let's
in the
just,
aspect when it comes to what you want from WWE and
you know,
well, a lot of people like I saw that a news report that a new writer is coming back from 2016 to now as being the head writer from on SmackDown. So a lot of people being positive about those things about the news report. I don't remember the head writer's name from the top of my
mhm,
head, Chad. My apologies, but the news report came out earlier today, so it's good to hear that at
mhm.
least they're heading to the right direction. If that's the case, we also have a new theme song for WWE with Eminem and
Oh,
Juice
yeah, they're
World,
using,
Godzilla
yeah,
or Gorilla, was it?
yeah,
One of those.
sure.
One
Sure.
other.
I
So
think that was announced. That might have been announced during the commercial break part because I
yes,
don't remember seeing that. And then I was seeing like all these tweets about. It. I'm like, what? What happened? What? I know I wasn't on my phone too much, but
yeah, it was a small commentary in the aspect that just happened. They did repeat it again much later
Mhm.
during the show, but it was like maybe a 20
Okay.
minute brought up again like, hey, the show just it's officially with Eminem song with Juice WRLD and everything. So it's just cool. It happens. Like Anecdote says a good comment as well that we did mention earlier. The crowd feels a more plant feel and not mark feel. High price might be the cost, but it's not gonna get any better. That's very true as well. Like it's at the Barclays
Mhm.
Center. I live in New York City, chat. Could I have gone? Yes. Do I have the extra funds? No. Do I have the funds to go? Yes. But do I have the extra funds to go? I look at the tickets. In the upper
Well,
level
well,
was $400 for one ticket.
yeah. Well, New York is one of those hotbeds of wrestling. It's like
That
New
is true. That
York,
too.
Philly, Chicago. Like they can be some hot crowds. And tonight was just it was almost dead silent. Like there were some moments where people were like, "Oh yeah," and like the main event once like the vision got out there, then people started kind of waking up a little bit. But yeah, everybody was just dead most of the night, and it doesn't help that you space your matches so far apart from each other between ads and backstage segments, and it'd be one thing if those things were good, if they were good backstage segments, if they were good promo segments, but like it was not. They some of them were not like the one I did like because it was short and sweet and what it needed to be. The other one was half good because of somebody coming in. But let's just talk about the night. Let's just talk about these segments, these chapters, if you will, because they were like, oh yeah, let's throw chapters for all of our segments, which I mean, I see the vision, I see the idea, but again, just copy and paste my comment I said earlier about, oh, this is like a high school production. Fun, neat. Ah, the world heavyweight title was on the line in the main event. CM Punk taking on Bron Breakker. Again, this is a match of like two halves where like the first half, it was all right. It was all right. It was mainly like this whole match was basically Braun on top, trying to just block CM Punk from using the GTS because that's basically his kill shot. And when you're in your 40s in WWE, that's all you need is your kill shot. So the first half of this match was fine. It was okay. There were a few op, you know, few missed moves like that Frankensteiner, for example. Hopefully Braun's okay after that because he did land a little rough on his head. But yeah, a few missed spots like that, but out come the Vision. This is where the match starts picking up because it's like, okay, here's our interference moment. Here's our time and everything. Ref gets knocked out. Punk gets hit by a stomp, and then yeah, he gets hit by a stomp. Braun tries to cover, doesn't work. He kicks out. Cool, neat. I did like that Braun kicked out of a GTS. That was cool because I did feel the pit of my stomach kind of hit after he like hit the pole and then got hit by the GTS. I'm just like, oh no, don't let that be the end. Luckily, that wasn't. We get a nice, good old announce table spot. We had Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee coming out to take out the Vision. So there's your new LWO because the regular LWO just doesn't exist anymore, I guess. Punk is able to capitalize, hit a GTS again on Bron Breakker, and wins. So yeah, I think my biggest issue with this match, because again, the match quality, it was fine. My biggest issue, besides the person who won, is kind of the way it finished. Because and I'm somebody, you know, I do like my AEWs and all that stuff, but I do have my complaints about like selling in that company. And they kind of did the same thing here, where it's like Punk goes through that table, gets put into the ring, and he's just fine to counter Bron Breakker, hit a GTS, and win the match. I'm like, come on, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
I wasn't
Like,
honestly, I
thi-
wasn't a big fan of that either myself.
yeah. Like, this was your moment to really put a stamp on 2026, to really be like, hey, you know what? We're going to try something. We're going to try something new. We're going to take a shot, you know? Put the belt on Bron Breakker. Spoiler alert, this would have been 3 for 3 for title changes tonight. Cool. Awesome. I love a night that has a lot of title changes. That's awesome. That's kind of unpredictable in a way, even though some of the matches were predictable, but that's besides the point. It's still really cool to have like a night like that where every title changes hands. That's really great. And again, a stamp to be made for 2026 to be like, we're doing something different this year. We're trying something new. We're trying to like move forward with some of these stories, maybe do something different. But no, we're going to keep the title on Punk. I swear, if Bron Breakker wins either the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber, I'm going to have many more words to say, because it's just going to be like, oh, why are we copying pasting Jey Uso from last year? Why are we doing that? Why not just fucking crown him at a damn Raw? Just do that. These moments don't have to happen at like your WrestleManias or your SummerSlams. They don't have to. The beauty of all that is the unpredictability of it. And I remember when Triple H got into power, I'm just like, oh wow, some of this stuff feels unpredictable. It's great. It's awesome. Where's that been? It's disappeared. It's non-existent. Everything's just cookie cutter. Everything's just safe. And you know, I sit here for 2.5 hours watching the show, and I'm like, oh, why am I watching this? Why am I succumbing myself to all this? Like when we get to the tag match later, guess what? I'm not going to have much to say because it's the same crap every single time. And guess what? This match, the first half of this match is just the same thing we get with WWE when you get a heel and a face. Guess what? The heel's going to wrestle all slow and methodical and all that. That's not fucking Bron Breakker. He's not slow and methodical. He's a burst of energy. He's a speed demon. He's going to absolutely destroy you. And I mean, he does do some of that to Punk, but again, Punk just absorbs it like a SpongeBob with his bully. I don't get it. I don't get the durability of Punk, I guess. Because I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just too old for this shit. I don't know. But it just kind of takes me out because I'm just like, come on, man. Just, you got your ass kicked all of that match. But all you need is a GTS and you win. So, you know, fine, cool, whatever. I don't know. Braun should have won. I think that's just the gist of it. Braun should have won. We should have like crowned a new champion. We should have crowned like just to take WWE's own lines, a new era. We could have started a new era tonight. And he chose not to. Okay. Well, why do we have to keep waiting? Like your idea of like this waiting, this long-term storytelling, as you like to call it, it's tiresome. It's tiresome. Just be spontaneous sometimes. Like it, it's like what Roman told Cena years ago. It's like we're just stuck in missionary this whole time. Do something better. Do something more. Yeah, he told Cena that. He's just like, you're like missionary position or some shit like that. Like that's what it feels like right now. Like do something different.
You know, I also don't remember that line.
You go off.
Or maybe I wasn't there.
Yeah. It's so frustrating, man. It's just frustrating. Because you know that they can do good. You know that they can put on a really good show. You know they can. They've done it before. I just don't understand why they can't anymore, or why they refuse to, or why they decide, oh, we could just play it safe. We could just do whatever. We could just let our people go out there and hurt themselves especially during a holiday tour. You know, it'll be fine. We don't work them enough, but you know, it's fine. It's cool. It's great. We can't let people go out like.
All right, so
Yeah,
I see a comment. I was worried when I saw this. This business. That is a good point, but
that's what it was.
that is a good point. It might feel can't feel, but was it gonna for the Capella got more from Roman? Oh shit.
Yep. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Anecdote. I did not remember that was actually said. That's some wild words. But look,
it's great.
I knew and I felt bad for Watkins because for those that don't know, please join our Discord because we have a Discord where we talk about anime, manga, movies, entertainment overall. We also speak about pro wrestling. We have thread for TNA, AAA, AEW, and I think then threads for everything else that comes in between. The reason I'm saying this is because we do have a Monday Night Raw thread. And I was laughing when I saw Watkins like, hey, we have RhIyo. We have them as champion. Great. Like, we have them in the background. And then we have Becky Lynch. They said it last week on the Monday Night Raw show that, hey, Becky Lynch is winning that match. Did she win clean? No. Luckily, she won it by stealing it, so I'm happy about that because I wanted Maxxine to still win. I wanted Maxxine to continue her run, but this was only momentarily. Hopefully, she comes back for the IC title in the future and she gets her moment with so on. But then, the reason I'm still laughing, Chad, is because Watkins he commented on the thread, hey, 2 for 2, let's go 3 for 3. Let's do it. In my head, when I read that, I'm like, poor Watkins, he's not going to end the night in a good note. You know why, Chad? Because Hunter, Triple H, he doesn't like to go 3 for 3. He doesn't like to go, if he doesn't like clean sweep. He doesn't like it. He barely does it. I don't remember the last time in the past 3 years that I've been watching Monday Night Raw consistently, watching SmackDown and NXT consistently, and AEW inconsistently, but here and there. When it comes to Hunter, he doesn't do clean sweeps, and I was very disappointed because I knew, we got 2 for 2. Sadly, we're not getting Bron Breakker winning. Should he have won? Yes, I'm going to go on record as well and agree with Watkins. I believe he should have won. It would have started a new era. And look, yes, the comment is very true. That he was worried that this was the only Raw and we're entering the holiday tour. Sorry, I keep saying holiday. The Europe tour to Road to Royal Rumble. CM Punk, it is a moneymaker. He is a person that he's 40 plus years old. He is 20 plus year in the game. He is loved by fans worldwide. Of course, there will be fans and everything. But guess what? If Bron Breakker won, you could still have this man traveling worldwide and over there having matches still. You can have a rematch with Bron Breakker or some bullshit. You can still have him have a match. You can still have him as segments. You did not need him to still be champion. I agree with Watkins. His earlier comments about, hey, if he wins the Royal Rumble or wins the Elimination Chamber, him actually winning the WrestleMania, it's gonna be great and cool to see. But our question would be like, why didn't he win this at Raw then at season premiere? He could have continued being champion and maybe taken the W as a champion as his first WrestleMania. That would have been amazing. The Royal Rumble winner, they could have lost. We haven't had a person lose the Royal Rumble in a while. Or the Elimination Chamber person could have lost. Make it feel eventful by being surprising. Give the twist that we are unexpecting. Let the person think that, oh, they're going to win because they are the Royal Rumble winner. No, guess what? Fuck that shit. Throw the script out of the window and be like, no, the Royal Rumble winner is not going to win this time. We're gonna add that one to the percentage.
They did that with Cody back in Mania 39.
True, but I feel like they did that more for. No, yes, you brought a good point. I didn't forget about that. But for me, that was more for story purposes to come him back for next year, having us a double winner and everything else. Now it's just like, hey, let's just tell stories that doesn't involve year round. We have now. Let the Bron Breakker win and actually be the beast. Because you had literally had Michael Cole compare Bron Breakker to Kurt Angle and to Brock Lesnar as the two biggest and fastest stars rising. So how are you going to have that as a comparison to the beast, to Kurt Angle, to the people that has been known and famously that been known as their Mount Rushmore? But then not have Bron Breakker actually be established there as one of those people. Have him beat CM Punk. He used that promo over the past week saying that there's no champion under 30 right now from the 90s. Mm-hmm. How amazing would that have been to actually have that being said, but actually become true within the week?
Well, okay. See, here's my issue with the comment that Michael Cole made on commentary like that. Braun's been on the main roster since what, 2023? Brock and Kurt in their first year in WWE both had a world title each. Brock was in the how long was he in the company for? I want to say 6 months. I think he was on the main roster at most 6 months, and he won the world title. Like, they took a chance on those guys, and look at what happened to their careers. The rocket was strapped to them. They became immediate stars. Especially Brock. I lived through that shit. Like, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember, like, you watch back, you watch SummerSlam 2002, and you see the crowd even just completely go against The Rock. And The Rock was the face going into that match. Brock Lesnar was technically a heel. And the fans were, like, turning on him at that point. But, you know, they took a chance on Brock. But, and that's my issue with Michael Cole comparing Braun to Brock and Kirk, because it's like you're fine, you're fair in making that comparison. Sure, fine, whatever, but you're not right, because Braun's kind of been on the main roster a little bit longer, and he's won the IC title twice.
Yeah.
It was twice, and after that, it's been middling stuff at best. I mean, he lost that tag match with Bronson Reed at SummerSlam. Luckily they won the War Games match. You know, he won the War Games match too. But just I don't like that comparison at all. Just because when you look at the time frame, Braun did not do as much as Brock and Kurt in their first years than he's done in his whole, like, almost 2.5 years, I guess, being on the main roster. Like,
exactly. At times,
I just don't like that comparison.
At times, I feel like they speak this comparison or try to speak about this is because they have the script right in front of them and they're being told what to say or being told by the script to kind of hype the moment. But it feels like the hyperbole kind of actually hurts them and have them shoot themselves in the foot at times more than actually making us fans care for it. Because having Bron Breakker win, it gives you a way to start the year where actually you have 3 winners in one night, clean sweep.
Mm-hmm.
You had the RhIyo win the Kabuki Warriors. You have Becky Lynch get back her title. told the story. Now we're gonna have maybe AJ Lee next. But then now Bron Breakker, he would have started. We had like make feel the vision actually succeed in their moments, actually succeed in what they're trying to be told. But you only have I hate how they feel like WrestleMania is the end of the season. Hunter, if you know about television, you know just call a season premiere, right? So why not also start your season with a bang? Also, there's also going on and trying to hype it up, but be different. Don't use the same formula. 'Cause sometimes the same formula will get boring and fans will start sooner to realize, like some of us older fans have started to realize already that you're giving us a product fed by Netflix with all these ads and commercial, that at some point we're going to continue telling you what it is and you're not going to like it. Even though you're going to tell fans, hey, just enjoy the product. Hey, we're going to enjoy it. But at the end of the day, there's some content creators, some fans that'll be rude and disrespectful and say how the product is, but we will tell you on our side the correct way, the professional way, but also from the passionate fans that care. And you gotta understand that if you want Bron Breakker to be different and succeed and actually have a story where he could have started the year as your wrestler, as the person that shines, CM Punk will not lose any momentum. He is CM Punk. Yes, people could call him old. Yes, people could tell him that he has white hair and everything's showing. But this man is actually doing well in the ring and staying consistent for the 20-30 minute match to keep us entertained. Has there been a few botches or slowness like the power driver? Because the power driver was very not
God,
that good
that pile
executed.
driver looked
That
like
shit
shit.
wasn't. That shit wasn't good.
That
The
looked like shit.
KO Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes and I think one more person that did it within the past 2.5 years, they have done it much better. Because I get it, CM Punk, you was probably out of breath or what was it, but actually was not executed well at all whatsoever.
I just I don't I just don't get it. I don't get it. And I mean, I see the foreshadowing comment. Cool, great, neat, awesome. You know what? Let's keep it a buck too. Let's keep it a buck. The world heavyweight title is not the WWE title for one, obviously because of name and all that. But let's be honest, the WWE title is the top title. Let's keep it a buck. That is the title to have. The world heavyweight title is the second place one, in at least in realms of the company. Like let's be honest with ourselves. So what's wrong with putting that title on somebody like Bron Breakker?
Yeah,
What's
no.
wrong? What do you lose in that? You lose nothing in all of that. God, but no, we're gonna keep it safe. We're gonna keep it cool. We're gonna keep it neat because just sit up and watch. No. I would like to actually be surprised for once. I would actually like to enjoy more of the TV product when I'm watching on TV. And again, it's a different atmosphere. I get it when you're at the centers, but it didn't sound like a lot of people were very into this show tonight, as we heard throughout the night. But I don't know. I'm not. I don't want to bitch and moan more about the main event. I don't want
Man,
to
I
give
want
them
to
any
bitch you
more
more. This shit
time.
was fucking ass. Okay, that's all I got.
I mean, again, the match quality itself was fine. You know, again, issues here and there, but
Um,
I don't know, man.
Also,
I
I
don't
do
know,
want to
man.
add one more thing on a serious note, Chad. As much as I did talk about the last segment, I mean the last comment, I do want to say the transition to start this match was horrible. I know it was like how you gonna go from literally at 9:40. You literally have CM Punk do a segment. He looks like he's still wearing his sweater and everything. Yes, he was pulling his trunks right under of the camera and everything. But fucking like you literally have the match, the main event says tonight the match will be starting, and then they have literally Bron Breakker come out.
Mhm.
You literally have a commercial break, and then when we come back from commercial break, you have an ad talking about some sponsor or something they was doing video
I
package.
mean,
But then
that's just WWE.
it just
That's just
gets,
WWE.
but that's just
That
like
was the whole night.
as production wise, when you leading up to a main
Mhm.
event, it was just horrible. Like that is something as a production person here. I know we already shitted on how the collab was, but the production itself for this main event to lead up to it was something not good and tasty when it comes to the transition aspect when it comes to the main event. That's all I had to say. Very disappointing as somebody who works there.
Mhm. Yeah, it just I don't know. It's like they had monkeys, right? This episode of Raw.
They probably
Actually, no,
have
they put
worked with James Gunn.
Excuse me, demo monkeys. There we go. Yeah, you got to stay on theme with. See, we did a better collab right there for Stranger Things than freaking WWE did tonight. Cool, great, awesome, fantastic. Mid card stories now. Women's IC title is on the line as Maxxine Dupri took on Becky Lynch. First, a little story, I guess. Apparently, Ivy Nile wants another shot at the IC title. Didn't she just get a title shot like a week or two ago?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. A side question about that. Like when it comes to Ivy now, cool. Honestly, what happened? You know what? I need to fix something.
Oh, I'll tell you exactly
no,
what
no.
happened. WWE doesn't give a shit. I mean,
What
look at what
happened?
the Creeds are doing.
Thank you. Because that's gonna be what happened to the time when people, instead of calling their fucking shot, because Chad, I'm upset that every time somebody just wants a match, they just go to Adam Pearce like, I want another shot. He'd be like, how about Adam Pearce? How about like, okay, you want another shot? You versus the loser tonight for next week, and then whoever wins that match could go or something. What happened when matches used to set up the next opponent? Or remember when there was a tournament? What happened when there was a fatal three where it's something to lead up, where other characters of your fucking roster gets involved? All you have is Ivy now just trying to do promo talk. What happened about showing in-ring wrestling skills? Yes, I respect the wrestlers having their safety work and doing less matches instead of 305 matches in a year. Now they're doing 200. Understandable. I respect that. Or 100. All those things are very safety. I'm here for it and I support it. But when you're trying to build a television of other cast members, others superstars, how the fuck can you just have Ivy now pop in 2 weeks later again, be like, I want the match versus the winner tonight? And you have me, the fan that's supposed to care. I'm like, why the fuck do you... Can we at least see you wrestle again? Can we see you wrestle maybe a superstar from NXT being called up? Can we see you versus Soruka? Like, can we see you have a fucking match than just you talk to Adam Pearce for the third and fourth time within the past 3 months, since we haven't seen you in the past fucking 9 months, and all you're going to be like, I want a match versus the winner tonight. Me in my head, I'm like, Adam Pearce, can you approve that? But can you have a match with her for somebody else instead? Like maybe actually show her advertise to the fans, to the community, to the WWE universe that you care so fucking much about. Cause that shit's getting me frustrated. Then you have the Usos come out later as well. Cause this relates to that shit. Like you have tag team people, but don't even have them being promoted in the tournament. Have people, yes, you have a tag team division, then have them fucking fight to set up the next opponents. Where is that lead up to? This connects to this. Why are we now gonna ask but not even have a match, show her in-ring skills and other her talking? People gonna shut on her promo because she don't even have a character to promote about. That's all I got. That was my little complaint, since we're talking about Ivy now, and that's me kind of transitioning, foreshadowing, like, you know, like we mentioned about the Uso later. We will talk about that as you see, chat. We will shit about it as well. But just me talking about, like, where's the character build up when it comes to characters within our WWE universe? They promote about us so much, but it just shows that, like, hey, how can we care about the newer riser superstars, but you don't even build the ones you already have established? You're going to bring them up from NXT? Then cool, have them in the matches. But all we're going to get is Javon Evans just talk to them promo, but don't even have a match as the young boy OG blood like he did in NXT every week, man. That shit gets me fucking tired at this point, because it gets me frustrated, chat. And I don't get frustrated that easily. It takes me a lot to get frustrated, and then finally just build that shit up, then explode like I am in my rant. That's all I got. Sorry about that, Walkers. You have any comments about my rant?
It's just, I mean, I'll say this. As much as people bitched and moaned about how Vince treated NXT call-ups, which, fair, he did kind of treat some of them very poorly, especially with name changes and all that shit. At least they were being featured more. At least they were like, that's the one thing about Vince's WWE compared to TKO WWE. This isn't Triple H's WWE. No. As much as they want us tout about, no. This is the TKO WWE. At least Vince's WWE had character to it. At least it had like, and what I mean by that is everybody felt different. Like everybody was a different thing. Not just like, I'm good wrestler. I'm good luchador. Oh, I hang out in a clubhouse. Oh, I have a quote unquote split personality, which would have been another good way to kind of collab with Stranger Things. But, you know, that's besides the point. I literally had a low hanging fruit when it comes to that. Besides the point. At least talent were being used. At least we got a wrestling show in our sports entertainment. At least there was sports in that entertainment. And at least there was some bit of entertainment. Yeah, a lot of it was shit. Yeah, but you can have fun with that. That's the kind of shit that like you can be like, okay, you know what? This was crap, but I can have fun with this. This is just looking at your phone bored kind of thing. And I mean, tying into this match is kind of that. Like, and don't get me wrong, Maxxine has gotten very much better. She's gotten a lot better in her time in WWE. Again, I've praised her that because we literally have seen her growth on TV and it's been great. It has been, but her and Becky just do not mix well at all. Like they were having a few like counters here and there, but there was no heat to it. The crowd was almost dead except for a couple moments. But I will say this, I did like the finish to this one because with Maxxine finally hitting that ankle lock on Becky, they were close enough to the ropes. I remember even looking, I'm just like, Becky, grab the ropes. You're like right there. You could get out. But instead, Becky kind of takes Maxxine's own anger against her, where she like leans back into Maxxine, like cinching on the ankle lock, and Becky pins her while holding the rope, mind you, and wins the IC title. So it's like, okay, there's at least room to have a rematch for this. Cool, great. We'll have another rematch. They keep harping on Maxxine being, I guess, now 3-2 over Becky. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get two more if they're gonna do like a best of 7 series or whatever. But whatever. I mean, again, the match was okay. I just don't think the two really mesh well in the ring, which it's sad because again, Maxxine has done really well in getting better, and I mean, Becky Lynch is Becky Lynch, but I don't know. Becky wins the title again, so honestly, I'm more for Becky having the title because I think her and AJ for the title is a little better. Because not gonna lie, that IC title does look really good on AJ Lee when she was holding it that little bit. So whenever that program ends up actually starting, that'll be great. That'll be awesome. Make it for the title because I think that feud definitely deserves that kind of showcase for it. Any comments on the match that we got? Because I really don't have much more of anything. Because again, once you start kind of getting into a match, ad break.
Yeah, that really took you out when you kept trying to enjoy the match itself of how it just kept going. But then all you get was this ad break and really takes you out of it. Like not something that you're really enjoying. But when it comes to the match itself, match was entertaining. And the match was a lot of fun. The way I say fun is that you are a fan of Maxxine or a fan of Becky Lynch and you're having a good time of seeing one Becky Lynch, the elder, the sensei out of the two, and showing the ropes or helping Maxxine get over, because at the end of the day that's what he's trying to do. At the end of the day, her job, her role, yes, her job is a heel, but also getting back the title so we could get a continued story with AJ Lee. But then Maxxine, seeing her growth, you saw a few people, I believe the camera work show a fan doing like this, like on Maxxine's music. So it just shows the excitement that at least there's people behind Maxxine. Her crowd is there. Was the crowd kind of dead when Maxxine came out with the belt? Yeah, for a couple of seconds. And then it took a couple of seconds to get over, which I'm like, yay, guys, thank you for waking up because this don't look good. Yeah. But then I'm glad it happened. But on top of that, like Watkins said, to wrap it up, hey, Becky Lynch did her fucking job. She was right by the rope. She put the extra pressure by leaning back. She did my boy Fat Joe should lean back. Now lean back.
Yep.
And that's what she did, and she won. I ain't mad about
Yeah.
that
So
because that was the result
I'm
I
not
wanted.
either.
That was the result I wanted. That
Yeah.
don't win in a clean sweep, win in a stealing way. And that's what she did. She lied, she cheated, she steal, and she won. And I'm proud for Becky Lynch. That makes you the heel, and that makes Maxxine not lose lose badly. It makes it lose that she got her belt stolen. And that's what Michael Cole said. But then Corey Graves like, no, you got it all wrong. And because Corey Graves has to be the heel tactic of trying to make sure the other person makes look like they did their job right. And to me, that was the right execute role. Hopefully Maxxine now don't, maybe have a match with Maxxine and Ivy now. Maybe have a match with Ivy now and Maxxine somebody else. Don't make Maxxine just be a background character again. That's a poor habit. But hey, do I expect my expectations to actually happen? No, my expectations are going to lead to disappointment either way. I just want to still maybe vocalize it. So maybe it could go to the universe and maybe actually be truthful that maybe something or somebody from the B is hearing on podcast or speaking it to somebody that, hey, maybe people are telling us that we're fucking up and we should support and show our characters on Maxxine and others. Just because they lose the belt, show them more. Don't just have them as a background character because AJ Lee, we know next week is going to be like in backstage, Maxxine, are you okay? Or Natty, either or. Are you guys okay? Yes, I lost my match again, Becky. Maybe I'm not that great no more. And then the person, AJ or Natty, like, don't worry. We got to get back to training. We got this. But I will fight for you. I will attack her. I will ask for a match at the Royal Rumble. And I will prove you wrong. And I'll get the belt back. And if I do win the belt, you will be my first opponent. Bet you something like that will happen by the next 2 weeks.
See, that would require effort. And we already what we've learned tonight is WWE can't even take the low-hanging fruit. Again, and I'll mention it, I'll mention it here, and I'll mention it again when we talk about the match. You had somebody with a split personality, somebody who had some issues with themselves. You could have easily collabed with that. You could have easily done something with that.
Oh,
You
her as
could've,
Henry,
but
yeah.
no.
Have her dress up as Henry, you're right.
Something like that. Or she could just do the hand thing, like, oh, like
yeah,
Elle from season 4.
Oh, yeah, she did scream
We
at
all
her.
got like,
I could
oh,
slap
no.
you. I could slap you if you want. You could have done the hand thing. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. The chat.
But, you
Hopefully you
know,
guys enjoyed the match. We have a new
Yeah,
champion.
I mean, again, the match was okay. The match was okay. Again, Maxxine has been improving. Becky Lynch, again, is Becky Lynch. So it's just like, okay, fine with the outcome. As long as Maxxine doesn't get thrown to the wayside, cool, neat, awesome, fantastic. Women's tag team titles are the next championships we're going to be talking about tonight as RhIyo look to take on the Kabuki Warriors and take their titles. So fast start to the beginning of this match with the Kabukis taking control during the commercial break because, hey, you know, we can only get 60 seconds of match and an advert. Cool. Great. Thanks, WWE. Which again, all you people with VPNs. Okay, no, I want to break this down really quick. So let's look at how like their model of their weekly shows and all that. Okay, so it's like, okay, you
Yes,
get
we are
like
passionate
5
tonight.
minutes. You get like 5 minutes of, hey man, it's the 3-year anniversary. It's the season 3 premiere. We have reason to be. You have 5 minutes of entrance. Cool, neat. Single entrance, mind you. Single entrance, not everyone's entrance. Just one person's entrance. 5 minutes of that. Then you get a couple seconds of the match, and you're starting to be like, oh yeah, they're doing really good. Because you literally have Iyo and Asuka starting the match, and those two were starting to cook. And then you tag in Rhea. She does the whole cannonball thing because it seems like everybody has to do a freaking cannonball off the damn apron, which I'm starting to notice that now too. It's starting to turn into like the suicide dive, or it's damn near almost super kick levels. Well, maybe not that, but still, like a lot of people are starting to just do that. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to notice it now. Can we do something different? That's again not cookie cutter. Be different. But then, like, right when the match is hot, you go to commercial break. And then you come back from commercial break. Oh, look, the heels are on top. Who'da thunk it? Hot tag to the face team. Oh, here we go. Here goes Rhea kicking all those boots. And now the Kabukis are on top of her again. Commercial break. Come back from commercial break. It's like, oh, Rhea's been coming up from behind, coming up from down below. She can't do anything. Oh, now she's able to get a hot tag to Iyo. Like, it's literally just the same bullshit. Now, I will say, though, the ending sequences of this match was really good. I did really like that. That was probably like the best part of this whole match. But I hate the structure of WWE matches anymore because it's literally just, it's literally what chat said earlier. It's a pie without the filling, because like you get like that good crust, that good beginning of it, even like that good topping of it, and it's just like, oh yes, like that good beginning, that good end. What's in the middle but a bunch of nothing? Like I don't understand why we can't just do more in our matches at all. Keep us entertained throughout. I get it, sometimes you need a rest hold or something. I understand that, trust me, I get it. But can we just be different? Be different. But still, though, match structure aside, formula aside,
I love how you get like, but you really gotta talk about
formula aside, the match was still pretty good. Again, the beginning was great, the ending was great, the middle left me starving. But hey, well, that's the most heat we're getting from WWE tonight. Is you getting hot right there. Hey, at least the right team went over. I figured Iyo and Rhea were gonna win. Glad they did. They pinned
Asuka.
Yeah, they pinned Asuka.
Rhea pinned Asuka, by the way. Rhea pinned Asuka.
Yeah.
Which I thought,
Iyo, she couldn't get the win.
Yeah, which I thought was gonna be Iyo. I thought it was gonna be her, but she just wanted to go and just go straight for suicide dive. I just love,
that's fine.
I love her emotes.
She had to take out Kyrie.
Amazing. She's adorable.
Yeah.
And she knows she's doing it, but it just works for the emotes if she does it. But chat, like Walken said, like his breakdown was on the point because man, if we didn't have the VPN, bro, I think I will come every week as a sourpuss, honestly. Or I think on this episode I would have just been angry. But what the fuck was there so many ads about McDonald's by KFC or some other fast food DoorDash bullshit that they keep having, showing us for 5 seconds on the screen? I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your DoorDash commercial, bro. Show this for the
I hate that DoorDash commercial.
Just show that for the arena crowd. I don't give a fuck myself. And just like the frustration. That imagine if I saw this match in without VPN, I would have gotten pissed. I would have been frustrated. I'll be like, bro, why do I have a match that's like supposed to be 12, 50 minutes, but we have an ad almost 3 minutes back to back within each other, and it's exhausting and it's just wrong time. And it's just like we've been asking for picture to picture, and you can't even give us that with Netflix. Like, what is it that is there a rule or bylaw that AEW has it but you don't? Like, what the fuck is it that you guys are scared of picture to picture?
Well, AEW doesn't have that when you're on HBO Max. They do have ads. Actually, well, okay, here's their thing with ads, because they kind of do what they do for SmackDown a little bit. Like AEW, they'll have like a couple ads, like maybe 2 or 3 ads during Dynamite, or at least during their commercial break. And then they'll do like a lo-fi kind of thing, which I personally don't mind, because at least, you know, okay, you're getting your ad break in. The rest of it is for, because I'm pretty sure it's still on TV, so they're still doing ads on TV. Yeah. So it's just HBO being like, okay, we've done our ad part of it. Here's some lo-fi. Take a chill.
Well, question,
for like
but during the match as well?
90 seconds. Sometimes, but
do they get picture?
The match callers. Well, I just said no.
No, okay.
I don't know about the cable one, the cable. part of it, but like with HBO, it's like 2 or 3 ads you get, and then the little lo-fi music, and then all right, back to the match, blah blah blah. But
All
like
right, but it's just
again, match quality is kind of better over there, so it's
yeah.
like all right.
Chat, and by the way, like Watkins say, I might start watching AEW just to have it for myself entertainment. That's because I do miss my pure wrestling that like I
Mhm.
used to watch. But that comment aside, it's just the match was great. It's just the ads do kill it. It takes you out of it. It
Mhm.
gets you frustrated when you want to be locked in. I get it for sponsors, their product, their company. At the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. But they have to remember for the viewers at home, they want to stay engaged. You want to keep them. If you don't want them to be on their phone, then you got to have much better placement. Honestly, that's my straight answer.
Yeah.
On the side, the last sequence to get to the pin was a great 1 minute sequence. I think that was going on with Rhea doing the
Mhm.
hot tag, then Iyo doing the doing the moonsault. Everything was working beautifully between them. So I just want to say that. And just Kyrie, um, she's a strong style hitter. Because I believe there's a sequence
Mhm.
between Iyo Sky and Kyrie. And I was like, damn, that was a brutal swing. Because I believe I saw a segment of Chelsea Green talking about her match with Julia and how that's one of the strong style that she received from any
Mm.
of the girls from Stardom. That was included Kyrie, me, you, and Iyo Sky, and I believe they mentioned one more person, but I don't remember the top of my head. But just saying that like these girls from Strong Style and saying that for
Mhm.
Chelsea Green that Julia was one of the strongest ones that she has gone to terms with. That's amazing to hear. But just comparing seeing that type of sequence as well with Kyrie and Iyo Sky was great to see. Hopefully we see more of Asuka and Kyrie, but depending what happens next, they might break up again and go back into single division. Only time will tell.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, because that's the other thing. The singles division on both shows, if we're
They
being
need it.
honest, kind of need a bit of a boost, especially what's going on right now with their women's world title and all that. Uh, hoping for the best on that aspect. I mean, yeah, yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for this. I'm glad Io and Rhea got their moment. There was a part of me, and I this might just because I just already felt checked out from the night already, just 30 minutes into the show, and I'm just like, all right, another 2 hours of this. All right, cool, great, awesome, fantastic. I don't know. It felt like they like moved on very quick with Io and Rio winning. Like, and I
Yeah,
mean,
they
they
did.
had a little bit of a backstage thing, but it didn't really amount to much.
It did because right after
I don't
Adam
know. It's
Pierce
just
was telling them, "Hey, congratulations on your win. Congratulations on what you guys did." But then they did the transition, and then Gunther was there, and then they were still in the corner. And I think the
yeah.
producer in the back was like, "Move more, move more." Like that. That's my assumption because they just like Rhea was there in the corner looking, and they're like, "Oh, she was still in shot," so they had to move. And I was very disappointed. Like they didn't even have Jackie talking to Rhea or Io. Like I get it. It's starting to feel too
Mhm.
scripted or formulated, but there's no organic. Like there's no organic storytelling where you could have had Rhea and Io after their emotions. You could have had them had a segment, just talk for a minute or two until you met up with Gunther. Like, because even when
Like I
Gunther was walking in that transition, his music,
yeah.
he didn't even come on yet. He literally was just walking, and you had the camera just following him. I'm like, he's not going to even
Mhm.
talk, but the music isn't even on yet. I think you should turn it on. And
I
then
mean,
boom.
he was smiling though. He was all smiles.
Oh
That's
yeah.
all you needed from Gunther. Plus, you had the booze of the crowd too to kind of
Oh yeah.
make in for all that. So you know what? That one for me at least is like more atmospheric. So it's just like okay, you know what? I can kind of feel the mood because that's the thing. Gunther's like trying to keep the mood down because you know he made everyone's hero tap out like a bitch,
Like a bitch, is what he said. But
like a
other than that,
bitch.
this
Oh
was
man,
solid. I can't wait for us to talk about next match.
yeah. All I'm gonna say is, you know, crash comment right now when it comes to Rio. And if you know, you know. If you watch off the binge, that's all I'm gonna say. Because Okay. All right. All right. All right. Iyo just going like this all over Rhea's face during the entrance. I'm just like, come, just do it. Just do it. All right. Just do it. Get it over with.
The Nike commercial right there.
Like
Just
Liv
do it.
Morgan. Like Liv Morgan versus Lyra Valkyria. Again, just another okay match, at least for me. The main story of this match being Liv trying to hit the Oblivion very quickly on Lyra Valkyria, which I did really like, the final sequence of it where like they were going back and forth with the forearms and the clotheslines going like across the ring and all that. I thought that was really fun and everything. Match continues on, even though Bayley and Roxanne kind of get into it because Roxanne's cheating on behalf of Liv, and Bayley's trying to be, she is Lyra's friend right now, but Bayley's also crazy, which of course you could have easily done a collab with Stranger Things for this match. I figured out of all the matches, this would be the one to get like the match collab part of it.
And Liv Morgan has gone to the premiere of Stranger Things Volume 1, by the way, chat. Because they didn't know, back in November, she was there. And she wore a black outfit of Stranger Things style. So why wouldn't she do this again?
I don't know, because WWE's boring.
You could have had her to dress up as Robin or as... Or not Natalia, what's the sister? As Mike's sister.
Oh, Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy. I was like, why am I so close with Natalia? Was it? Yes, for Nancy Wheeler, like you could have had her dress up, fake wig or something, blonde wig, have the curls or something like that. You could have her with a fake guns. Like you could have something cool with Liv. Liv would have loved to do that. She loves like having fun, artistic ideas. So why the fuck did we not do this tonight? And Lyra, she's supposed to be a bird. Guess what? Demo bat, bitch. Those exist, right? You could have done a demo bird.
Yeah. Well, remember her entrance even got cut off because it was just jobber entrance because we got to have this backstage segment for Ray and Penta.
Would have been a nice
right now,
spot of a sponsor light out match. That is true. This would have been a nice light out match with Stranger Things instead of the lights being white. You could have had the lights being red for Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm. Or there's an upside down. I don't know. Fucking yeah.
I do agree.
Again, match is okay.
I do agree. The camera shot was nice in the beginning of the show in the intro. We didn't get to bring up. That was really beautiful.
Yeah,
I would give admit. That was really nice transitioned with the upside down and the WWE intro of the Barclays Center. That was good. We forgot to mention. So I like when it comes to camera working that one remark, awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. And then the rest of the show happened with Corey Graves and Michael Cole coming out of the van. I'm just like, okay, Hellfire shirt. Michael Cole thinks he's in the 80s. Okay.
Good try.
All right, let's recap last week. All right, neat. I don't have anything else for the Liv. I mean, good. I think this was a good opponent for Liv to have from coming back from injury. Good first opponent for her. So she hasn't really lost a step in there. Like that's the thing. They were doing good in the match. It's just it didn't entertain me too much. It didn't really spark a fire in me or whatever. Not unlike this other segment we're about to talk about. This one was just like, oh, okay. All right, now we're doing something.
So what drew the fire in you?
What about the rest of the show? Do what?
I said, what is it that drew the fire in you?
Oh, well, that's just the boy that we were talking about not too long ago, Gunther. That's right. He's about to get some respect. He wants to get some respect for himself because he did beat John Cena. He made John Cena give up. He made him tap out like a little, but nope. He got cut off by good old AJ Styles, which I love their interaction that they had here in the ring because it's very reminiscent to what the crowd's doing to Gunther right now when he's trying to talk and they just boo him. Every time AJ was trying to talk, Gunther would just talk and all that. So he was able to call John Cena a bitch, said, hey, AJ, if you're going to try to pick a fight with me, you're kind of fighting upwards, which means fighting an uphill battle. You ain't going to beat me. nice old slap from AJ too. That thing, I could hear that. I was like, ooh, Gunther not gonna like that. And you know what? I'm happy with the restraint Gunther had because I mean he can be a killer, but he chose not to fall for AJ's little scheme right there. You know, try to be like, okay, he won because he made me fight first, or retaliate like that. So, fine, cool, whatever. We're getting the match next week, which Raw is going to be in Germany next week. So thank you for giving us a banger of a match next week. At least I hope it's going to be a banger, because don't do that thing where you give us a good match and then give us a DQ finish just to be like, we'll do it better next time. We'll do it at the Royal Rumble. Why even have it in the first place if you're just going to do it again? I don't bullshit. I don't know. I really like this segment. I like how this is going to be the starting point for 2026 now, because I know a few people had issues with Gunther being like, oh, I'm facing R-Truth now. And I already said my piece about that being kind of like a good epilogue for the whole John Cena retirement tour, especially with Gunther and all that. But good thing that we're now starting this thing with AJ, which also explains why AJ and Dragon Lee dropped the titles last week to the Usos. So that way now he's free to face Gunther, have his singles run, and see how he rides off into the sunset this year. Because this is AJ's last year from what it sounds like, with reports and interviews and all that. But that's the segment, everybody. That's what you think of it.
So we got the big man, Gunther. He does his thing. He talks his shit, he walks, he smiles, and he gets booed by the audience. In my head, I'm laughing because it reminds me of Dominic Mysterio, of how he used to get booed, but now he kind of gets cheered. And we get Gunther trying to get his moment, trying to get his shine, but then he gets interrupted by AJ Styles. And I do agree. You brought up a good point that Gunther executed the trying to transition back to AJ Styles. He's like, and one more thing. AJ, want to speak? One more thing. AJ, want to speak? One more thing. No, AJ, I'm joking. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Want to speak? I promise. I'll let you speak. And one more thing. You know what, AJ? I'm so sorry. And then the last time is when he got smacked in the face, and that shit was just so good, so satisfying, so good to just be like, yes, you get that smack in the face, you old hag. But Gunther complain like a old raggedy ass bitch to Adam Pearce, and I love how Adam Pearce was like, really, Gunther? Like, really, Gunther? You're the one that's starting your problems. I told you to go out of the ring. Like, Adam Pearce was waiting to tell him this, but I love how AJ coming like, really? Like, I felt, if anybody has watched a Kevin Hart special, is one of the jokes that Kevin Hart will literally be joking and saying that he's one of the teachers, one of those people that's on the side, and trying to be like, really? You're gonna come to our teacher and tattletale? Nah, come on. Are you really gonna be that wuss? Come on, you should have come and talked to me. Are you really going to tell our teacher right here, Miss Oasis, like Mrs. Adam Pearce? No, you should have come talk to me. And that's what it felt like. That Gunther didn't even say anything to AJ. He's just like, I felt like Gunther was just like,
he's just like,
he couldn't speak. He like, yo, Pearce, I cannot speak to him. I'm lost for words. Just make this match. I love how AJ just like, yeah, walk away, bitch. Walk away, you motherfucker.
Well, like that, see, that's the other thing too. It's just like any other heel, would have attacked AJ, but the fact that Gunther was showing some monicum of restraint, because we've seen Gunther attack people in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, look back at his feud with Damian Priest. How many times he was, choking him out just back there and all that.
Like no tomorrow.
So for So for Gunther to like not even chop AJ or try to like beat him up or anything, like Adam Pearce trying to hold them back or anything. No, he's just like, I mean, he was seething because he kind of got embarrassed in the ring, with that slap. But yeah, it was a good segment. See, this was a highlight of the night for me because
Of
I
course.
had fun with this. Like this is something you could actually dive into and talk about, not just sit there and bitch about. Like I know we're saying everybody's bitching. Guess what? Yes, we are. I don't care because that's sometimes you just have to do that.
It's gonna be interesting
I
what
liked
happens
it.
with next match with Gunther versus AJ. I'm curious
Yeah.
to see how that goes. We know there's gonna be like a WrestleMania type of match, and also the crowd. I was texting Walker's when it came to SmackDown that the next crowds for the next couple of
Mhm.
weeks are just gonna be hot. For those that please get a quick reminder because we were gonna remind you later tonight. We also reminding you right now that at 2 p.m. EST will be Monday Night Raw. So our show would not be at 11:30 or 11 p.m. EST for next week. It will probably be at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. early EST next week.
Thank
So
God.
we will be here for it because hey, if anything, if Vash is here free, he might do a sidecast on his own. So if you guys are excited for that, let me know. Because hey, it's a 2 p.m. show. That means I could watch it at 2 and then be done by 5, the latest, and then I could take a break to lead up to our Raw coverage. I don't have to do a show back to back and then be burnt out. So
Mhm.
that's gonna be a fun thing because
Yeah.
I want to see that AJ match versus Gunther because I know that match is gonna cook. Could it cook? Yes, because it's world is overseas and usually
Mhm.
Hunter, he likes to let things slide when his shows overseas. He likes to let them cook more. He likes to let them marinate. Sometimes
The,
us in the
the, T,
USA, we like to get fucked.
the TKO guys aren't with them, so he's just like, oh, I can finally breathe.
Oh,
Finally, we can do some shit that I want to do.
I don't have
I may have watched a certain Christmas story involving somebody doing a Triple H impression.
possibly because I was gonna say maybe Triple H don't have to be a heartless no more. He's not stuck on his chains. He could be
Oh yeah,
free now.
free as a bird now. Quickfire segments. We got
We're
a
having
couple
way too
quickfire
much fun.
segments.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna be more quick. I think it's gonna be more of a shit fire of shit talking.
So the Usos waste our time. Like,
oh my god. Oh, look, I'm happy
oh,
for the
that's like
crowd.
the
Look, I'm happy for the crowd. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed this, Barkley. Hopefully, you had a good time. Hopefully, yeah, yeeted the kids. Hopefully, the kids had a moment knowing that they're on Netflix. Great for them. But, bro, Jay, Jimmy, yeah, we're not on the same page in y'all promo. Yeah, we're repeating each other words, not even for the emphasis, because it didn't even feel for the emphasis. It just felt like, yeah, we're just repeating yourselves because it just felt like, yeah, they didn't do your homework promo. Like, while y'all doing it, like, it didn't feel
Mhm.
like a different line. And and two, Waka is about to say, we should have a merch for it. It should have been an email. Honestly, it should have been an email. This was literally a promo saying, "Yo, AJ Dragon, great fucking match last week. It was one for the Bucks. It was great." Fuck, why am I doing a Hulk Hogan type of or fucking like Mr. Savage type of? I feel like I just went too much
I have
Mr.
no idea.
I just went too much into it. Anyway, we're gonna get
Here's
into it. Jay,
the
Jimmy,
the Cliff
you
Notes
guys want in?
version.
Why this match was so good? Yeet, yeet, yeah. Next week, we're gonna continue talking about it. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, because they probably won't have any challengers then at all. Creeds are trying to get onto a boat.
bro,
I can't remember the other tag teams. Oh,
the War
the
Raiders.
New Day, I guess.
Oh, the
But
War
I
Raiders too.
mean, yeah, they're the Raiders, but they actually got to use them on TV.
Chat, is there anybody else more? Because I feel like they also got cold. Is there anybody else after that? New Day?
LWO
We haven't seen them since they won the
again.
belts in the AAA. I don't even know if they're still the champions in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
AAA.
they do a lot. They do a lot more with AAA,
Which is great for
but
them,
I
but
don't know.
like, hey, happy for you guys to be working for the
Yeah,
Spanish company that is collaboration or own in a partnership with WWE. That's great for you guys. But how about for the company that's
Yeah.
called WWE that's also seen worldwide, and you also want to build your stocks for Los Garza? Like, my guys, what
Yeah.
happened? That's kind of has dead and dried. It's like the song, like you're just
Didn't
dead and gone.
wait? Didn't Santos Escobar re-sign with the
Yes,
company?
they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And you're talking
Anyway,
about Los Fasma, Los Fatismo, something like that. I forgot their group
yeah,
name, but yeah.
Legado del Fantasma.
Thank you.
Yeah,
La Garante de Fantasma. So
yeah,
great for them.
but yeah.
Chat
So
says the tag
yeah,
team division is
this was
crazy
this
unforgettable.
was
Yeah, that too.
yeah. I mean, as you could hear, it's hard to think of any of the Raw teams at all. But yeah, basically, the Usos came out. They yeeted everywhere. Not a lot of people yeeting a lot anymore. I thought about this like the other week. Like less and less people in the arenas are actually, doing the yeet thing. But fine, cool, whatever. Yeah, basically they were just like, hey, had a great match last week. You want some? Come get some. Yeet out of here. Cool, great. Which leads to our next quickfire segment. What's next for Stephanie Vaquer? Because apparently she injured her ankle last week during the triple threat match. Okay, fine, neat, cool, I guess. But out comes Raquel at the end to injure that ankle even more. I don't understand the logic with this because it's like if you want to fit if your target is Stephanie Vaquer, like to take the title off of Stephanie Vaquer, why would you attack her to possibly injure her even more? Is it more of just like sending the message that, oh, I stripped you of the title? But wouldn't you want to win the title from her too? I and like this isn't just like your normal like the Vision beating down CM Punk a week before the match and all that. Like it's a little bit more because of the injury aspect of it. So it's like even if Stephanie's like still injured next week, I don't know. It just I would I don't mind the post match beatdown now. I don't mind the beatdown at all. Because again, it's to give Raquel more heat to go towards Stephanie Vaquer. But I mean, I'm gonna say this at this point, if you're gonna continue this, Raquel's gonna have to win. It's very similar vibes or mindset that I have with Drew on Friday. Like, if you're gonna continue these stories and continue these pushes for these people, you're gonna have to have them win. Like
I
they're
agree.
gonna have to do it, even if it's just for a little bit. Have them win. Have them be rewarded for the work that they're putting in. Like
They should have,
I don't know. I don't know.
like honestly, I'm gonna say this right now. Bron Breakker should have won, and then we should have had Raquel won. When her match is coming next week or 2 weeks from now or at the Royal Rumble, you should have Raquel win in a Europe show in Raw, and then have Stephanie Vaquer join the Royal Rumble. Like, have something different, man. Like, start the fucking new year. This is a perfect way
Yeah.
for us to just end the show like this, because this is just the frustration. Like, hey, you're gonna have Raquel build her up over the past 6 months that you've been building her up since Liv Morgan after WrestleMania, but then even after the Kevin Nash stuff, you have Raquel doing good stuff. You have the other powerhouse that Rhea is. She's a powerhouse. Like, the people that are strong, that are known to lift people up, the girls up and everything. But then you don't have Raquel actually take this momentum. Like, where was it that Cody Rhodes or other people say, like, you got to take the momentum, take the crowd behind you? Like it was for Carmelo Hayes, that you won him over, got him the U.S. title over Age of Dragunov. Yes, people could say what it was, a tape show. People knew the results for what it was. Either fucking way, you still get excited, didn't you? You saw the fucking tape show. You saw the spoiler. I got excited. My team got excited. We all got excited saying that we saw Carmelo Hayes win the belt. But then why can we also get excited for Bron Breakker, for Raquel Rodriguez? I love Stephanie Vaquer. But guess what? You could use this excuse that she's too hurt to even be at 100% to win the match. It makes it believable. Make her look like she got beat because of her ankle. So it shows that, oh, she didn't lose momentum. All she was is because she lost this. But then continue having her being involved. Don't just like, hey, I'm going to get back my title. The best and fastest way to get there is for the Royal Rumble. And people that get mad about her promo being Spanish and English, motherfucker, Spanish is her first language and she's excels at that. That's one. That's why Asuka, that's why Iyo, that's why Kairi continue doing the promo the best in Japanese because they execute that. If you want to see the correct subtitles, wait until it goes up online at WWE.com or on the YouTube and wait for the fucking titles. If you cannot understand Japanese, understandable. If you can't understand Spanish, well, either learn it or wait until you get the subtitles. That's it. Or ask a friend that knows how to speak Spanish and tell you. But guess what?
Yeah.
She literally, like Rey Mysterio does it, or Rey Phoenix or a few others does it, that they literally say their stuff in English promo and then execute it better in Spanish because that's what they're good at. That's what happens. And for English, people want to get mad. Oh, why does she improve for the USA audience, for the USA crowd? Because she is only needs to get the standard. She doesn't need to execute it perfect. She needs to execute enough that it builds enough the worldwide crowd and execute the pro wrestling. And she's good at that. That's all I gotta say. For the people that get mad about her English, they'll suck a left nut.
Well, and this is just the thing. They've actually got to like let her try more because it's not like her English is bad. Her English really isn't that bad.
Yeah.
It is pretty good. But you got to have her actually like cut these promos. You got to actually like give her the time to do things. But instead, and they did this with Tiffany. They're doing this with Stephanie. I don't understand why whenever you win a world title, especially in the women's side, you just turn into the most boring person ever. Like there's no bite to you. There's no heat behind you. There's almost nothing. Just like, I'm the champion. It's like, cool. You should probably try to fight more for it. You know, like, I mean, we're getting that a lot more with the men's side, but I mean, even they have their times, like Cody, for example. He's kind of one that can fall into this category as well, where he just kind of just feels complacent almost, you know. But I don't know, man. They just gotta actually give a shit. They actually gotta try and give people something to work with. Because hey, here's the other thing: even if you fail at it, that's fine. Because then you can learn from it. That way you can grow from it. That way you can like actually be more than just a stale piece of wood. That some of these characters are. Like it's not that hard. It's really not that hard at all. It's really not. It's not. I promise you, it's not.
That's all I got.
This is a great lead in. This is a great lead in for our final thoughts and outro and all that WWW stuff. Like this show was not that good. It was not that good. And people can try to dance around the subject like, oh, well, you know, it was not good, but this was fine. This was fine. Yeah, there were some highlights to it. There were. But I mean, taking it all together, this was not a good show. You can say it's not a good show. You have every right to say it's not a good show. They should hear that it's not a good show. They should feel that this was not a good show because that's the only way that they're ever going to change is if they actually freaking feel it. And the only way they'll feel it is, well, we kind of got to do some things as a big group, like, you know, not go to these shows and pay $1,000 just for a nosebleed seat. But you know, that just takes a whole mass collective or anything. Just they need to figure something out for 2026 because they're going to be losing a lot more people. And if they expect to have the quality that they have tonight and still want to charge what they do for in ring or like in person live and all that, you're not going to have a good year. You're going to struggle bad and you're going to lose a lot of faith that people just got back. And it's not going to be pretty at all, you know. But that's my final thoughts. What about your final thoughts?
My final thoughts when it comes to this episode of Raw, I really love what Antidote. By the way, big shout out to you for being on the show. Like, you know, guiding our conversation, helping us, you know, bring more to what is on the table because it, you know, you guys as well helps the show and help us succeed when it comes to the conversation. And one thing you said perfectly, that WWE are masters of the chase, but the champions are so unknown, like the person that we love. Remember how people was ready to turn on Cody when it came to him finally becoming the champion, him to finally becoming that moment, but then it became one note. A lot of people were starting like, hey, the chase for the past 2 years when he lost in 39, got in 40, all those things was beautiful. But when it finally led up to it, people switch up because, hey, he's the stories of one note. We go to switch to a different champion. I mean, we switch to a different opponent. The same thing for this. Like, hey, Stephanie Valkyria, she said it with her promo with Ashley Redmond, I think it was, that she said, hey, I won 4 belts last year, which is great, Stephanie Valkyria. You had the NXT in North America and the NXT main title. That was much better in NXT. Well executed, you had great matches, you were still character there. But then now in the main roster, it's just that they always fall flat. That when you have the rising star, you get them for the chase, you get them for the moment, but then they fall flat. The only right now that hasn't failed is AJ Dragunov, and Carmelo Hayes was one that was fucking long as hell process of a year and a half, and then got him over with the crowd, and then get him over with the belt of the US, and he's going to continue that open chance. So that's going to help him stay relevant with the Dragunov and Sami Zayn and a few others with that. But comparing to this, it's just Raw feels so bloated, like you're trying to eat a burger, but the burger is just very bloated. It's just all fat. There's no meat in the burger, and that's a disappointing aspect for anybody that's eating a lot of burgers or fast food. Hopefully understand the reference, but it's just very disappointing in that aspect.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. So hopefully they can do something for the rest of this year. I pray to God they do, because otherwise there's going to be a lot more shorts coming out. Because if they're going to keep giving us a Raw that could just be an email, all right, bet I'll give you content that just could have been a text.
Yeah, instead of a
Oh,
2-hour
man.
conversation show, we could just make it a 3-minute segment conversation. You guys could just be like, hey,
Yep.
watch this. Like Liv Morgan will say, watch this.
Which those have been fun to do and produce and all that, but you know what? We're gonna end it there because Unk got his 9 to 5 in the morning, and I gotta wake up in like a few hours. So hey, we're gonna take some time to thank you for taking time out of your day, night, or afternoon to listen to the Weebs of the Ring podcast. We've got tons of places you can check us out on, tons of places you can talk to us, interact with us. You've got all those links in the description below. You've got that lovely screen right there that you're watching us on, as long as you're a watcher. If you're a listener, well, I'm sure there's somewhere that you can click on all our links in our descriptions and all that. But you see all those handles in the yellow part of your screen. You got at Anime We Studio, at Legend D Vash, Drop This Box, Watkins MW, and of course, Weebs of the Ring, as well as the hashtag Weebs of the Ring. It's a great old hashtag you could use if you're talking about pro wrestling or anything like anime, manga, MCU, comic book ish thing. If you're a nerd and you enjoy wrestling, use the hashtag Weebs of the Ring. It's a great way to interact with us before, during, or after these shows. And it's a great way to give us feedback because, hey, we're nothing without you lovely people tuning in and joining us on these Monday nights, on these Friday nights, sometimes Sunday nights if there's a event on a Sunday night, but sometimes Saturday nights as well if there's an event on there. Be sure to check out all of our lovely, awesome short form content that's coming out. We're doing very well with that, and we just enjoy that you guys are enjoying it as well. So yes, hopefully you guys have a good night, evening, morning, whatever have you. Weebs the Ring is presented by Anime We Studio. Thanks of course to our production team for all of their hard work to make this show a reality. Thank you once again for joining us, and remember, as always, no stunt grannies were harmed in the recording of this podcast. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you on Friday for Smack Diggity Down.
Chat, take care.